All right, let's quickly go over lesson 4, mapping game coordinates. All right, so you're going to want to read through your objectives and your reading materials, and then understanding game coordinates. So this gives you, you want to open GameMaker, and you want to load the ball, red ball, and call it the sprite dot object dot, and then you're going to put one in the origin and then one over here at 400 and 320. So when you look at it, I'm going to show you right here, GameMaker. So here's our red dot. So here's our origin 0, 0. It'll snap to. You can see right down here is where my cursor is on the game board. So when I come up here, if you're looking here, you'll see when I get to that dot, I can go right up to 0, 0. All right, and then I click and I put that there, and then I put the other dot all the way over here in this box. You can change your snap X and snap Y to 16 from 32 if that was just set at. All right, so you go ahead and do that, and then it tells you all about this. So you're reading about this, following these little directions here, creating a room. And then you got to put these sprites in, the life, smile. So these are in your folders for sprites. So let's see, sprites, load sprite. We look in our icons, and you can see here's our smile, skull, cross, energy, life, and nuclear, all in the icon section. So you bring these sprites in, and then you put them on the side, and then you turn them into objects. Real simple. First you load your sprites, and then you load your objects. We're just using these as placers. And then you go into your room, and you place these sprites, the life object, your cross object, your skull object, and your smile object. You should look like this, because what you're going to do is you're going to place these at these locations. And then you're done with that. You save that. Now the next part, you're going to be mapping game coordinates. So it says draw a line on the graph below. So if we look down, there's a graph below. What you're going to do is you're going to start your origin 0, 0, and from X you're going to go all the way up to 34, and from the Y you're going to go from 0 all the way down to 32, and you're going to draw lines all the way down. Then to this point you go put a dot at 718, and then 416, and then you connect the dots. So you put dots at all these coordinates, and then you connect the dots according to how these arrows go, you know, one to the next. And then you're going to do a little algebra here. So if our X coordinate is 15 to start with, and our Y coordinate is 4, X plus 2 would be 17, or 15 plus 2 would be 17, and 4 plus 3 would be 7. So you go through and you do all the math, and you throw your little coordinates in here. X plus 0 would be 15, and Y plus 0 would be 4. So it's 15 and 4 for the end there. And then you graph that, all right? Graph that stuff on your coordinates. And then you graph all these locations, continuing on the same graph paper, draw a line from one point to the next as you plot them. So you follow these directions, and you draw all this graph out just like you did in here. And then you go to this last part where you have these nodes, and you have 17 and 16. So X is 17 and Y is 16. When you add 2, that becomes 19, and when you subtract 2, that becomes 14. And then you have 19 and 14. You go through and you do the math there, and then you end up with 17 and 16. When you do all the math in here, you end up right where you started. And you do the same thing for this part, and you map all these, you draw all these out here, and you'll see that you get this little Mario face, and you can color it in so it looks nice. So that once you're done, you're completed this assignment.